Thank you, Eric. For more than 75 years, churches from Hill City, Keystone, and Hermosa have come together for their Easter sunrise service at Mount Rushmore. And joining me now is John Espesti, who is here to talk about the service that's upcoming this Sunday. So how are you, John?
I'm well, thank you, Kyle.
Well, can you just give us a little details about this service? I know we're kind of doing it, it's the 76th kind of celebration of it.
Oh yes, it's a long-standing tradition that started back in 1945 and has been at Mount Rushmore just about every single year except a 3-year span where COVID and construction at the amphitheater caused us to cancel it for those years.
And why do you guys choose to have it at Mount Rushmore?
Well, I think that's a pretty obvious thing. It's the #1 attraction in the area. And it started with a Sunday school class singing hymns behind Mount Rushmore, which was then picked up by local churches and moved to the sculptor studio, and now it's in the big amphitheater. And I want to add that Mount Rushmore is known as the Shrine of Democracy. And very often with a democracy, we associate the phrase of the people, by the people, and for the people. Well, this was something that was put together by local folks under their own steam and has been going on for now 76 years. It's put on by the people, volunteers from 3 different churches. And who's it for? Well, it's for everybody. Not just those who are religiously inclined, but anyone who wants to come to Mount Rushmore and watch the sunrise onto the faces and illuminate them, hear a little music and inspirational message, and be with a lot of really nice people. It's a good way to spend Easter Sunday morning.
And what can people kind of expect from the service?
Well, it's a traditional non-denominational Christian service, singing a Bible message, and a lot of good fellowship.
And what kind of outfits should people be wearing? Should they pull out their Easter best?
No, they're Easter warm. I would especially recommend warm shoes and dress warm, dress for the weather. Pay attention to your local news stations and bring something warm and soft to sit on. Even a couple layers of cardboard work pretty darn well for that.
And when does the event, the service start?
The services start at 7 a.m. So plan on being up there around 6:30. Parking is free, and you can get parked and then walk on over to the amphitheater, and services start promptly at 7 a.m. and last about an hour.
And if people are kind of hesitant to come out, why is this maybe a fun thing that they can do for Easter if they don't have any plans already?
Well, I think it's quite obvious that the location, Mount Rushmore, is an inspirational setting. And Easter is the most important holiday in the Christian church. And because, you know, as Americans, we tend to go all out for Christmas. But Easter is really the big one as far as the church, because without the resurrection, there would be no Christianity.
Well, thank you so much, John, for coming on and giving us these details for this amazing service. Sounds like it's going to be a really fun time, but don't go anywhere. We'll have more news after the break.